Welcome back to the Anti Madden channel. We are back with the best defensive mini scheme on YouTube. If you're looking for a defense that brings pressure, this scheme is for you. Now, my core philosophy when it comes to defense is to always bring pressure, and this scheme is designed to bring pressure on third and fourth down. Now, in my opinion, there's a lot of YouTube videos on A gap or B gap nanos. Some are good and consistent, and some of them don't work at all. In my opinion, my fellow YouTubers teach people how to set up nano blitzes, but they don't teach you how to play defense. You'll learn that nano setup and you start running it every time you want to bring pressure, but the problem is, as soon as you come across a player who knows how to neutralize nanos, you are in trouble if you don't have another method of shutting him down. This video series is designed to teach you how to play defense on Madden. Get your pad and paper out because you're gonna learn how to really play defense. I've been working on this scheme for 7 weeks, trying to get the best plays and thinking through situations that you'll face so that you're prepared for most of the stuff online opponents will throw at you. One thing I will say is that to learn this scheme, it's going to take a little commitment and a little study. If you're looking for something you can implement right after you finish this video, it's not going to work like that. I've been running some aspects of this scheme for 2 Maddens in a row, so I've got a good understanding of what I'm trying to do and anticipating my opponent's moves. It's going to take you some time to learn all the plays and all the adjustments, but I guarantee it will make your defense more dynamic and harder to go up against in 3rd and long and 4th and long situations. One crucial thing, though, that will make you get better faster is getting yourself a game recording device for watching film of your games. I mentioned this in my top 10 things for elite defense video back in November. When you look at the film, you're going to learn a lot of things about the way you play and the tendencies of your opponent. You'll start to learn where you are out of position on defense. You'll learn where opponents are most likely to throw the ball in certain sets, and you'll get quicker at making adjustments to your opponent's tendencies because you've already done the practice and the prep work beforehand. Now, this video is titled Nickel 335 Sam A Gap Mini Scheme Beta 1.0, and that is a long title, but it's a beta because it's a work in progress. And if you're watching this video, please feel free to add plays to this scheme to try to make it better. Leave your comments and ideas in the comments section so everybody can learn together. I'm just going to get this ball rolling with laying the groundwork for the scheme, so let's take a look. The setups for the plays I'm going to go over in this video will be in the description box. All the information you need to set up the scheme will also be there too. So what we're going to do is just going to go over how to set this blitz up, and we'll move on to the next video as we get there, and at the end we're going to do a wrap-up video and put the whole scheme together. But what you need to do is pretty much just get down the setups, and there's going to be a lot of them, so get your pen and paper ready. The first one is the whole basis of the scheme starts with the nickel 335 Sam cover 2 man. So that's pretty much what we're in right here, just a basic cover 2 man. And if you look at the audibles here, we've got silver shoot pinch, cover 2 man, mid zone blitz, and free safety middle. Today we're just going to be covering the setups for the cover 2 man and the silver shoot pinch. So right now, what I found when I was setting up this scheme was that if your opponent is blocking the running back out of the doubles and he's on the right, so right here we've just got a regular play 2x2 set and the running back is blocking. So the only setup you need to do is base align. Now what I found is that if you base align this guy right here, this middle linebacker that I'm highlighting on, he will end up A-gapping and looping past the center for a sack. So let's just see if it'll work, because sometimes it's about, okay, so he gets picked up that time. So let me just show you how this actually works. Base align, let me block the running back. Let me show you. Okay, so they're right there. So you see he just loops straight around the center. So that is going to happen when you face doubles and your opponent is blocking the running back. So the whole scheme is based on your opponent. If he blocks 6, you are going to get an A gap if that running back is on the right side. And it's nothing else. The only thing you have to do is just base align. That's it. You see right there, he loops, like the linebacker really loops around wide, but he ends up getting picked up. And the thing about this particular blitz that is, even if the linebacker gets picked up when he's looping around, the pressure that you have from the defensive ends on this play is really good. They really come off the edge hard. One thing I will say is that you're going to want to have at this position right here your best block shedding and speed defender, because he's the guy who's going to be providing pressure if that A gap does not come in. But it's simple setup, base align, and what you're going to do is user this strong safety right here. And your responsibility is to cover, let's say, the Randall Cobb on the right, the far right receiver. Let's say he's on a slant right here. You're going to jump that slant. If you see a slant, you jump it. If you see this vertical receiver try to go on the inside post, you'll jump that and take that away. Your job is to basically cover this area that I'm circling right here. Any area in here, any pass that comes in this area, that is your responsibility. Because if the blitz doesn't come in, you're going to need to help and cover on any pass right there that comes in. Because hopefully, if you can take away the first read, the pressure will come in. So that's basically going to be the setup for the cover two man. Let me just run this one more time. Oh, we already base aligned. Okay, let's see if he'll come in on the A gap again. Okay, the A gap gets picked up, and you see right here, Randall Cobb is there wide open. If you were playing that area of the field, that is exactly where, let me just base align. So what I'm going to do is try to simulate this, because I'm trying to use the two controllers, and I'm just going to put this guy in a yellow as if you were guarding that area of the field. Let's see, let's block Lacey, and let's see if the A gap comes in. So the A gap gets picked up, and you see how he's now guarding that area, and I don't really have anybody come to pass to, and then the pressure comes in. So that's the whole basis of this scheme, is that will be the first thing you come out in. If you see a double set and you see the running back on the right, you can just base align, use the free safety, and take away the first read. And that's just a kind of safe coverage type of play. But if you want to bring pressure, we're going to move to the next play, which is the silver shoot pinch. You're going to bring up the audibles, and you're going to press square to get silver shoot pinch. Now the way we set this one up is we're going to pass commit play QB to handle any play action plays that we'll face. And the thing about this play is that it really does well against play action out of the gun. This is going to sack very quickly any play action play. So it's a really good play to use. So what we're going to do is, the easiest way to get to that DB is, I like to go to the left end, which is on the right of screen right here, and just click over once. Move him down to left line of scrimmage right next to that defensive end right there, and then just click over once and user this middle linebacker right here. And then you're going to want to kind of move in this area right here. So this is what your play art is going to look like. It's a cover zero blitz, and your responsibility is actually to guard that running back. But what we're going to be doing is not really we're not going to guard the running back. What we're going to try to do is take away any quick throws over the middle of the field. And the only time you really want to do this is in a 3rd and 4th down situation. That's what this whole defense is based on, is bringing pressure on 3rd and 4th down. So what we're going to do is user this middle linebacker and take away any routes in the middle. And what you're going to see is, hopefully, is that this middle linebacker that I've highlighted, there's going to be a huge gap that opens up for him, and he's going to come blitzing through the middle. And this DB that we put on the line of scrimmage, he is going to come off the edge. Now, sometimes they will come at the same time. Sometimes one or the other will get picked up, but the blitz will come in if the running back is not blocking. So let's just run this and show you what happens. Okay, right there. So you get both of them coming free off, the DB coming off the edge, and the middle linebacker coming right through the huge gap that opens up. You see that huge gap. Now right here, what your job is, using that middle defender, is not really to guard the running back. You want to take away any quick throws over the middle of the field. And the one thing you got to know about blitzing is that the one thing you got to do is take away your opponent's first read. If you can take away the first read, and you've got the numbers in terms of rushing 6 against 5 or whatever it may be, you are going to get sacks, because all you have to do is take away your opponent's first read, and it is too late. The blitz is too quick and gets there. And a lot of people might say, oh, look, the running back, he's wide open. He's wide open. Look, if I just threw to the running back, this is a stupid play. No, actually, this is not a stupid play, because the whole point of this is that your opponent is not going to be looking for the running back in the flat on 3rd and 12, 3rd and 17, 4th and 12, 4th and 19. He's going to be looking for a route that's getting downfield. And if you've got right now everybody covered, you're not going to be able to get a pass off because everything is covered. And even if you threw it to the running back, most likely you're not going to get those yardage. So this is a play that's designed to bring pressure. So you just audible to it, pass commit play QB, move this DB down to the slot, user this guy over the middle, and take away any quick reads. So just for example, if I was looking for Adams, like if your opponent was looking for Adams on this quick slant right here, right? So because I can't use both of them, I'm just going to put this linebacker on a hook zone to kind of simulate me being over the middle. So let's just say I'm looking for Adams, and I'm going to just run it like this. I'm looking for Adams. I'm looking for Adams. He's not open. You see, I don't have enough time to actually wait for Adams to cross across the middle and get that separation. And I don't even think he was actually that open on the play. But if that is you across the middle, you can see that you would immediately see that, oh, Adams is the guy who's coming across the middle. That's the guy I need to take away. And you see the blitz come straight in. Now you see right here, this DB gets picked up this time. So last time he came in free, but this time he gets picked up. You never know which one's going to happen. But this guy right here is the most reliable and consistent because the hole that opens up for him is huge. He just comes straight in off the quarterback, and your opponent must know exactly where he's going with the ball, or he is going to get sacked every time. So make sure you set it up like this, take it away like this, and that time the double-edged heat comes off the edge. And this blitz definitely works. I'm going to show you an example of it right here. So I've got a few clips here of the silver shoot pinch against online opponents, and on this play I read doubles and audible to the silver shoot pinch. I play the middle of the field, and you can see I get 2 free rushers at the QB. If you rewind, you'll see that the running back was wide open, but my opponent didn't have time because the blitz was too fast. Here we are again. I read doubles out of the huddle and audible to the silver shoot pinch. My opponent snaps it just as I'm getting set up. It ends up being a play action, and the slot DB comes off the edge for the immediate sack. As I've said before, this play is really good against play action from the gun. Here's a clip on 3rd down where I get beat on the silver shoot pinch early in the game, but I'm showing this clip on how you can make adjustments to your opponent. Now on this play, I drop back to defend the middle of the field, but I don't know where he's going with the ball. I guess right, but he ends up going to the slant left for the TD, so I file that information away for later. 1 minute to go in the half, and my opponent is in the hurry-up offense. I read doubles and decide to try and jump the slant coming from the left because I know from the score he had earlier in the game that's where he's trying to go. So I move behind the linebacker who's blitzing to give the appearance to my opponent that the left is open, and then I immediately slide to the left to jump the quick throw. I couldn't come up with the pick on this play, but it would have been a pick 6, potentially becoming a huge momentum shift type of play that puts the odds of winning in your favor. So we're back later in the game, just before halftime. My opponent's in doubles again, and I decide I'm going to bait him into a pick. Notice how I'm playing more to the right because I want my opponent to think the slant on the left is open. This is a tactic you can use if your opponent is trying to get the ball out quickly before your blitz can get to him. Now, as you're going to see, as the play starts, the linebacker playing over the top of the running back is going to get instant pressure by coming through the B gap, and my job is to take away the slant, and we end up getting the all-important stop on 3rd down just before halftime. That's going to do it for part 1 of the Nickel 335 Sam A-Gap mini scheme. I hope you like this video. I hope you like these blitzes. In the next video, we're going to cover the next adjustments that you'll need to learn to make this scheme work for you. Make sure that you learn these 2 setups before you move on to the next video. So we got the cover 2 man, which is basically just a base align and using the free safety and taking away any routes over the middle. And then you've got the silver shoot pinch, which is just pass committing, play the QB, move the slot DB down to the line of scrimmage, and then user that linebacker who's manned up on the running back and take away any routes over the middle of the field. Now make sure you learn those, because as we move on through each part in the series, you're going to see how it all coalesces at the end to where you'll be able to run an entire scheme against whatever your opponent is running, and you'll be really quick at making these adjustments. So if you like this video, like and subscribe to my channel. I'm giving my subscribers first crack at this scheme because I don't think there's anything else on YouTube like it. And hopefully if you make it all the way to the end, your defense is going to take off and you're going to get a lot of sacks, a lot of turnovers, and generally just have fun at playing defense on Madden. So like and subscribe to my channel. Until next time, the Anti Madden's out. Peace.